A very good Saturday morning to you, Diecast friends, no matter where you're residing in the world. This is Sol coming at you with a mail call. A mail call from Mr. David Johns, the worst YouTube channel ever, and Brookstone Customs. I'm sure most of you know him by now as a pivotal mover and shaker in the community. Very generous gentleman, both in terms of his spirit, his time, and his diecast giving. I've been friends with David for quite a long time now, and we're back and forth, and that's starting again now, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, he sent me this lovely box. It's been here a couple of days, but I've been overtiming at work, and this is my first opportunity to bring it to you. So as you can see, I've popped the tape on it. There we go, and we'll move it out the way. This box came with a fine variety of snacks, of which they were that fine they no longer exist. So there we go. David and Stephanie, thank you especially for the snacks. Let's put an additional light on here. Oh, I'm destroying the place. There we go, there's a little additional light. Okay, let's get into this box and see what we can see. Just tilt down and straight out the box. Goodness me, look at that. Whew. Custom GMC panel van. And as you can see there, David's gone and purchased this for $2.99 from Ollie's. He's always raving about this place, saying about how it's well stocked, and he's done a video or two from there. But look at this. I mean, that for $2.99, it is a premium, I can tell straight away. One, look at the wheels, that's a dead giveaway. And two, this has got to be from the weight of it, which is bending the plastic like that, look. This has got to be metal on metal. It is so sizable and so weighty. But yeah, as I've already told you, this is the custom GMC panel van. Love it, love it. And there we go, there's some great detail on the back. Hot Wheels logos, number 4, and the lights are painted in there. Nice deep red with blue and black roof and black fenders. That proud logo emblazoned across the side there, Hot Wheels 4. A little paint detail on the lights there, not much, but the suggestion. Let's see if I put a little more light on that in the foreground. There we go, you should be able to see that. Them wheels, oh, they make this piece. And this is what I'm always preaching, really, is that, you know, you can have the most mundane of castings, but so long as the wheels are good, it's like the cherry on top of the cake. Why would you buy a great car and have awful wheels? The answer is you wouldn't. So I just noticed, you recheck with the reference on the picture, there's a nice set of bull bars up front there, in case you happen to run into a herd of bull in your city and need to clear them out of the way. Yeah, I was correct. A nice dark metal base on it. I'm suggesting them tyres are real riders because they've got tread on them and they look rubber, they're not at all shiny. They look like ultra lows there as well, the tyres. Very low profile. What a cracking start, what a beautiful piece, and it just says there, I've noticed as well, 2018 collector's edition. So great price point, great find, Dave, and I'm gratefully a recipient of that piece. That's wonderful, what a start. Right, what next? Oh, this looks vintage, whether it is or not is another thing, but the art and the card design is definitely retro. 3 of 12. Let's see what we can find from here. Well, there's the others in the set. I shall let you have a look at that, and you can pause that for your own delectation and delight. They keep moving the dates on these things. Gonna get this up in a minute, I think. I think this is a modern repop of a vintage car. And oh, there we go. Just above me thumb, look, 2020. So it indeed is a modern casting, or a repop of an old casting and retro card art done for the modern age. So yeah, lovely Mercedes. We know that much. It's a S123 station wagon. Saw a lot of these in my childhood in Europe when I was travelling to Germany to see family there. So no detail other than the lights are chromed, and I think that might be part of the internal casting. Wheels, now we know they're putting a lot of these out there, a generic wheel. The back is finely detailed. It's got the make badge, the model number, a license plate, and the lights are in there. There we go, Mikey Dyson, giving you a thought there. Never forgotten, never far away. Nice modern remake of that one. Oh, yes. Right up my street, and I haven't got this casting. So I don't know if it's, again, we'll check the date in a minute. It's an 09 Corvette ZR1 or ZER or ZR1. Classic that almost looks like Porsche in profile there. One of my favourite subject matters, the Gulf livery, multiple headlight tampos there on the pop-ups. Not much more to say on the front, nothing on the back. There we go, 09. That is a stunner. Have we got a year on there? 2013. So it is, or has, got a bit of age to this, which is great. That's beautiful, and I haven't got this one, so that will be going straight in the Golf case. David, thank you. I have this crazy bone shaker, but I don't have it as an ID card. In fact, there's your chip technology in the bottom, look, for those of you that are unsure. So there we go. I know this was from the art card series. Scan me, I'm one of a kind. And there we go, bone shaker if we didn't know. So yeah, I think this one will remain on the card because I've got my generic art card one in the case. And this is a bit special. Yeah, beautiful. The fella knows me well enough. Let's have a little, move it that way and move up. Oh, good grief. There's a good package in here. Oh. Yeah, another one of the Mercedes. Yeah, there's no difference. It's exactly the same. Don't know whether he's put me one in to customise, or David, have you got any objection to me passing this beautiful thing on? Let me know in the comments there. I don't want to offend anybody. What else we got now? Oh my goodness. Right. David knows about my long time search for an Aston Martin Vulcan. And I got so excited the other week when I found my first one. I absolutely adore them. You will not find this version around the world or on the streets unless you have a Target store, because this is a Target Red Edition. That means this was exclusive to Target for those of you and not in America. Beautiful pipeline in that tail fin is exceptional. Look how meaty that is. So this is a very special piece for me. The wheels are absolutely amazing. Almost like a Iconic swirl design. No, generic pentagrams or any of them. We've got some paint detail on the front and a badge on on the hood there at the front. So this is pretty special for somebody living in the UK. And that paint job, oh my word, look at that. Look at how deep and lustrous that is. So unless you live anywhere near a Target, you maybe haven't seen this or won't be privy to it, but I've got one, and that makes it all the more special. Thank you, David, so very much. What next? Also, I own about 5 or 6 Hudson Hornets now. 9/10 of them from David. And he's fetched me another incantation of one that I've seen but don't own, or didn't own but now I do. And this is the Matchbox Generic Police Force Sheriff Unit 1. That shape will forever be America in my head. Beautiful bright wake up the front. Sirens and lights suggested on the top there, the roof. Yeah, what a great addition. I say I think this is my 6th Hudson Hornet in various guises. I cannot get enough of them. I love that retro American cool looks like we've got a Brookstone custom, and being as David has taken the time to make this, it should be that way, shouldn't it? I'm going to save this for last. I think I've got a notion of what it is, in which case if it is that, it's a bit of fun, but very nice. Reaching in, oh my word. Right, I know this Bone Shaker is a colour variation because I have this design on the door in red, and I've seen the white one. I've kept quiet, thinking, no, it'll be out in this country soon, because after all, this is the Diecast, and I haven't found one as such yet. Diecast is just starting to filter through after the COVID altered everything, and still is doing. I'm not going to go there. I think you know my thoughts upon that. Bullshit. So this is from a massive series, 135 of 250. And then he sees it's a red edition. There we go. So this is a Target exclusive as well. Wow. I suppose that's with all the suggestions of red on the white casting. Usual Bone Shaker details and refinements. Chrome red edged wheels. Oh, that's beautiful. So now I have yet another variant. I'm well on my way to 2 cases now. I think I've got a case and a half. Planos, of course, 24 segments in each. I've got a case and a half of Bone Shakers, and then that includes some pixel shakers, edge shakers, and Baja shakers. So, nice one. I was only mentioning this the other day that I'm trying to collect as many Tokyo 2020 pieces as I can, you know, the Olympic Games. And it's sad, I think I've found 3 or 4 different castings, nothing reality based. And Bob's Your Uncle is a 10 Toyota Tundra. Meaty casting, very well done, emblazoned with Tokyo 2020. Mr. Dyson. Nice tempo on the bonnet there, exclaiming the games. A little bit of striping. Nice front end. Not much in the way of detail. Same with the back, but that is a big old casting, and I think I'll just squeeze that in the bottom section of a Plano. Let's have a little look. Put him there. What was that? Ooh. Right, okay. Oh my word. It's only an auto weld, isn't it? Muscle trucks. Now I've seen this casting recently as well, and I'm not sure whether I would have liked the wheels, but now I've got it in reality and close up. They just go. It works. Typical auto wheel detail on the front there, highly detailed. This is so weighty. I think I'm going to try and demonstrate that. Full details and the lettering on the back. Wow. Die-cast metal body and chassis, rubber tyres, opening hood. And that is simple black, picked out there as the colour tab. Limited edition one of 11,816. I think don't they put the numbers on the chassis as a roll? Anything on the back to suggest a number? No. All 6 released in 2020. And this is part of release 2. My golly. Right, so you know how thick the cardstock comes in? Look at that bending. This casting is so big and so heavy. I don't even think I'll get this in my oversized display case. So I think for now this is going to have to stay on the card. It needs a special home, and I've got some thoughts about it. But yeah, we'll see. But what a magnificent Chevy pickup. That is beautiful. Yeah, it's got the badge on the bonnet there to match up to the picture. But yeah, this casting is a phenomenal size. Wow. I think I saw this maybe on Ron's Diecast Muscle, or Ron's Muscle Collection. Ron's Diecast Muscle Collection. Fantastic. And you must have read my mind there, David. Like I said, this box came with a nice selection of savoury snacks and a couple of sweet ones, and they've long been polished off. 2 days can be a long time for sweets in this house. So once again, thank you, Stephanie, for including that contribution. And well, I'm looking at this and I'm absolutely loving it, because it's got that name on it first. And those of you that know me know that Greenlight is my favourite make, barring none. Why? Because they always get the casting sizes just about bob on. The quality is always there for me. I can honestly say I have never had a bad casting from Greenlight, or something that didn't work or was as described. And in England you can't buy them off the pegs, but we can get them from one shop, again, Modelmatic. And the price is pretty reasonable. You're normally looking at about £5 a car, and if it's something a bit more special, maybe £6.99. But I'm not upset at £4.99 a casting. They could be a bit less, of course they always could, but it's got that on it as well. And we all know that V-dub is my favourite, or V-dubs is my favourite thing to collect. And when you combine that with golf, you have created the perfect piece of happiness for me. And there we have the 1974 Volkswagen Golf, classic shape, and still probably my favourite of all the Golfs. It was a proper rally car. Beautiful detail on the back there. We've got the indicators, the brake lights and the reversing light. Got fog light in the rear valance. The badge, the VW badge. Great wheels on them. Authentic, I would suggest, for the rally nature. And all you need on the front, pair of headlights and that grille badge. One of the white castings that does actually infuse a little sky blue and the classic orange. So this is as Golf as it gets. And what a piece, what a piece. I'm still about maybe 10 castings away from filling one full Plano case with Golf models, but I'm going to do some customs. I've done one piece already a long time ago, and now I've got the ability through Tampos to continue with that work. So I shall make myself happy there by doing a few customs that are one-off exclusives. And there we go. Let's move that there. How about that? Yeah, I'll put it that way. But there you go. That doesn't half make a good screenshot, does it not? David, thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you very much. You're a lady and well suited to this gentleman. Oh, okay. I nearly forgot the custom. How could I? Right, so I've got one of these cases off David before, so I know they tend to look upside down. So there comes the base, and a little shake. I think I know what this is. He does customs work to a really good standard. I don't know whether, I think I mentioned him as one of my inspirations. And I know Mick67 absolutely loves his work. And he's started entering competitions as well. And yes, I do know what it is. This is a customised bone shaker. And he entered this for competition. It's done a fine pearlescent white paint job on there. That is really nice, and I say it's very pearlescent. He's got some custom tampos on there. Let's get it in close up. There we go. It's a rump shaker. And if you look what that pretty horrendous piece of looking plastic is on the front, it's a tush, an arse, a bottom. I think you Americans call it a fanny. That's something very different in England. But there we go. A one-off, only one in the world, customised rump shaker. How about that? How about that? He's painted the interior there and the fuel tank. Put a nice chocolate brown on there. So he's done the full Monty there. But yeah, what a great fun piece. And not an unattractive looking bottom. Is that me? Or I can see the peach fuzz on there as well. That's something. Oh dear me. Well, that is a one-off exclusive. Hey, come on, hands up. How many people own a rump shaker? Exactly. So now we'll tilt down and get him in the shot. What fun. What talent. What a great idea. A rump shaker from a bone shaker. Well, there we go. The bar's been set now. So, right, David Johns. Great friend, talented customizer and all-round good guy. Thank you. Once again, thanks, Stephanie. While we're on the subject of customizers, I'd like to give another shout out because I just called him Valiant the other day. Flying Valiant. Super guy. Super generous with his time. Very talented. You know, it's nice seeing his evolution as he's testing himself and succeeding, I'm pleased to say. Lovely fella, got all the time in the world. So please check out Flying Valiant and his wonderful customs. But there's two people I didn't mention, and I didn't mention them for a reason, because they are inspirational and they've been a help to me. I'm talking about 24HD Cat. A lot of you know him in the community. He puts himself about. Very free with his time, and his chit chats with me about English tea and how I do my coffee and biscuits and cake and all things muffin, and goodness me, we have some very good conversations. A lot of fun. He's a very fun guy. But the reason why he's inspirational to me is that his work is prolific, his work is constant. But when you take into account that Cat, like myself, has failing eyes, like myself, is a type 2 diabetic, although I really well look after myself nowadays. You can control it through diet and exercise. So as I'm getting older, I'm actually getting fitter and weaning myself off the bloody poisons the doctors give you that make you feel worse and keep you artificially sick. One poison to kill another poison. Anyway, that's a different story. But Cat is a wonderful, upwardly mobile gentleman, but he has his problems, and you'll not hear him moan about it. He just carries on and he's banging out some fine work. I'd love to have seen him and his work in his prime before the diabetes took hold of him. But yeah, because of his illnesses and the great character is, I'd like to give a special shout out to 24HD Cat. Sir, you're a gentleman and such good fun. And then a guy who's been away off the scene for his diecast and his MREs, and I'd like to give John a very, very, very special shout out and thank you. I'm talking John from Super Bad Videos. He's back to doing diecast now. I love his this and that section. I love his ramblings on. I love his rants. You never know what you're quite going to get from Super Bad Videos, but when I was really coming into this hobby, I asked 1 or 2 questions of John, and he was so giving with his time. And I'm talking back to a time when Superbad used to do his customs using his wife's spray tan gun. And I tell you what, you wouldn't know. If he didn't tell you, you wouldn't know, because his results were absolutely wicked. And I asked him about doing it. Well, he showed a golf customization. I loved it. I asked him about it and he took me through the steps and gave me some good advice and some confidence. Bear with me 1 minute. I think I've got the piece close to hand. John, I don't think you've ever seen this. I'm not sure. 1 second. Put some additional light on there. It's clouding over here in England and my central heating is kicked in big time because it's turned cold here. So this, as I'm aware, is an old Matchbox tipper in a T-Ford style C cab, and it really was an old piece of junk, but a lovable piece of old junk. And Mick67, God bless his heart, sent me it and said, hey, I ain't clever clogs, do something with this. So John, I don't think you've ever seen this, but based upon your teachings or your guidance, and the only thing that's really wrong with this, I mean, it was a nasty old casting, really busted up. I had to cut the brackets off and do some filing on the work, and as you can see, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I didn't have to tinker with the paints. Viejo, do a great range of paints, and this orange and their blue is just stock standard colours, so it makes it a bit deeper and a bit vibrant. But I am so happy with the tampo work. However, the tampos I got from a guy in Canada who was brilliant and got them over to me so quick, it was unbelievable. But as you might be able to see on the edges, especially on the doors, they're on a white background. So I never thought to ask him. So I've had to cut these to shape. I don't think it subtracts overall, but now when I order any tampos, I insist they are on clear backing. Yes, it means sometimes you have to put a paint panel on. The chrome work was knackered. We've put some chrome on there, albeit dull. Painted all the running boards. You can see out that it's better looking from the top because you can see the detail that I put on there to split it up. Very happy with the stripe, very happy with the tampo work, and the custom work, and the wheels, which a lot of these coloured castings have an orange tint to them. There is actually a Tamiya range of, I would call them washers, but basically they are opaque tints that you can paint them over clear and it puts a tint on. So what you're looking at is just orange tint over a chrome wheel, and then I blacked the wheels out. So this was my first ever golf custom. I've learnt lessons from it. I am not unhappy with it. I love it. John, Super Bad Videos, this is all thanks to you. A little bit of Tilly Lantern there picked out, and the same in there, and I also blacked the interior out as well. But yeah, Super Bad, this is as a result of your teachings, and now I'm au fait with it, I'm confident with it, and I've got so many more Gulf pieces in the works to do that my case will soon fill up. So big thanks to 24 HD Cat, inspirational, given his problems, and super bad because he set me on the road to righteousness with these things. So we'll pop him there. And also another big shout out to Flying Valiant. And that's where we'll leave it for now. There'll be more shout outs coming. I want all my inspirational friends to know that they're not just friends, they are inspirational. And for the many varied reasons, this community is so rich and so diverse in how people collect them, how people store them. And it's just wonderful and interesting. Again, my journey also started with Fireman Food 1988, not only in a trading boxes together, but what he's shown me through his videos and how to store them. And I make no excuse for, I don't know what you call it, ripping the man off. He's such an inspirational fella, a talented customizer and wheel swapper, monster truck maker. You've seen him all on his videos. And I really thank these people that not only helped me into the hobby, but have given me a wealth of source material which I use on a daily basis in my life. So I've got a little piece of all of you in here somewhere, and it's never lost on me, and it will never be taken for granted. So on that happy note, I'd like to bid you all a great whatever's left of your weekend. I know America, you're just coming online with your Saturday morning. Australia, you're maybe the evening now on Saturday. I'm talking about Fex Def, of course. And the Hot Wheel Boys based in New Zealand. Bless you all. Love you to bits. Love your work. Love you as people. This is Big Sol saying goodbye for now.